Decoding the Mayan Prophecies, Time, Cycles, and the End of Days 1. The mystery begins for centuries. Humanity has been fascinated and sometimes frightened by the mysterious predictions of the ancient Maya. Their intricate calendars, cosmic alignments, and carved inscriptions seem to hint at prophecies of creation and destruction. When the year 2012 approached, the world watched nervously. Some feared the end of days. Others believed a new age of consciousness was dawning. But what did the Maya actually say? Were they warning humanity, or merely recording cycles of time? To decode the Mayan prophecies, we must journey deep into the jungles of Mesoamericantu, a civilization that measured time with a precision unmatched by any ancient culture. 2. The keepers of time, the Maya, were more than pyramid builders. They were astronomers, mathematicians, and philosophers. Their entire worldview was based on cycles: the rising and setting of the sun, the movement of Venus, and the rhythm of the stars. For the Maya, time wasn't linear, it was a sacred loop, repeating endlessly. Every event, every birth, every death, and every war was part of a grand cosmic rhythm. They didn't see the future as something to predict, but as something to understand because it had all happened before. Their priests, known as Kain, or keepers of the days, used complex calendar systems to read the past, present, and future. 3. The calendar of eternity. The most famous of all Mayan systems is the long count calendar, 5,125-year cycle that began on August 11, 3114 BC, and ended on December 21, 2012 CE. This calendar wasn't just a way to track years, it was a cosmic clock that synchronized human life with celestial movements. Each cycle, or great age, was believed to represent the birth, growth, and transformation of the world itself. When one age ended, another began. So when the long count reached its end in 2012, many assumed it meant the apocalypse. But to the Maya, the ending of one cycle simply marked a renewal, not destruction. It was the turning of the cosmic wheel. 4. The 4 ages of the world according to the Popol Vuh. The sacred Mayan text. The gods created the world multiple times before finally creating humanity. The first world was destroyed by jaguars, the second by great winds, the third by fire, and the fourth by floods. Each destruction wasn't random, it was part of a divine pattern. When the gods created humans of maize, the sacred corn, they finally succeeded. But even this world, they said, would one day be renewed. To the Maya, the end of one world didn't mean extinction, it meant transformation, the birth of something new from the ashes of the old. 5. The astronomers of the sky to understand these cycles. The Maya looked to the heavens. They tracked planets, eclipses, and constellations with extraordinary accuracies. Only the naked eye, the most sacred of all celestial bodies, was Venus. They believed its cycles influenced war, kingship, and fate itself. Mayan codices, ancient books written on bark paper, show Venus tables, mapping its position to the day, century after century. The sun and moon were also divine actors in their cosmic theater. Solar eclipses were seen as powerful omens, moments when cosmic balance trembled. Their temples, like El Castillo at Chichen Itza, were aligned with the equinoxes, where light and shadow danced to mark the changing seasons. At the top of these pyramids, priests watched the heavens and read the messages of the gods. 6. The prophecies and the codices. The true prophecies of the Maya were recorded in their codices, Madrid and Paris codices. These books contained astronomical charts, ritual calendars, and predictions tied to celestial events. One of the most famous is the Dresden Codex, which predicts cycles of drought, floods, and solar eclipse events that repeat every few centuries. To the Maya, prophecy wasn't about random visions of the future. It was pattern recognition, a way to anticipate changes by understanding cosmic rhythm. The world, they believed, doesn't end, it evolves. 7. The misunderstanding of 2012, when modern scholars first deciphered the long count calendar. They noticed its endpoint, December 21, 2012. Western media sensationalized I'd portraying it as a doomsday prophecy. But nowhere in Mayan writings is there a prediction of destruction. Instead, inscriptions like those at Tortuguero Monument 6 speak of the descent of the god Bolan Yacht-K, a deity associated with change and renewal. To the Maya, the end of the cycle wasn't about death, it was about rebirth. A new cosmic era had begun, one meant for transformation and awakening. In their view, humanity entered a new spiritual age, not an apocalypse. 8. The modern meaning. What does this ancient vision mean to us today? Maybe the real message of the Mayan prophecies isn't about the end of the world, but the end of an era, reminder that every civilization rises and falls according to the rhythm of nature. We are not separate from the cosmos. We are part of its cycle. Just as the Maya measured time by stars and seasons, we too are bound to the same patterns of birth, decay, and renewal. Their message whispers through time. Respect the cycle. Live in harmony. Remember that every ending is a beginning. 9. The science behind the prophecy. Modern researchers have confirmed the incredible accuracy of Mayan astronomy. They could predict solar eclipses, track planetary motion, and even measure the solar year at 365.2420 days, almost identical to modern calculations. There are observatories like the Caracalla, Chichen Itza, where precision instruments, built in stone, every window, every stairway, aligned with celestial events. This mastery of time and space wasn't the superstition. It was science blended with spirituality. They understood that the sky was a cosmic mirror, reflecting the story of life on Earth. 10. The legacy lives on even today. Descendants of the Maya continue to practice rituals tied to their ancient calendar. In the highlands of Guatemala and the Yucatan, daykeepers still perform ceremonies to balance cosmic energy and honor the cycles of life. For them, the long counts reset in 2012 wasn't an end, it was a spiritual awakening, a chance for humanity to reconnect with the earth and the stars. In a world racing forward, the Mayan vision reminds us to slow down, to look up, to understand that we are part of something vast and timeless. 11. The five suns and the cosmic order. Many ancient Mesoamerican cultures, including the Maya, believed in the five suns, ages of creation that rise and fall in an endless rhythm. We live, they said, in the fifth sun, the age of human consciousness. Each previous sun ended with cataclysm, wind, fire, flood, or beasts. Yet, each rebirth was more enlightened than the last. The message is clear. Humanity evolves not just physically, but spiritually. Destruction leads to awakening and chaos. Birth's order, that is the heart of the Mayan Prophecy, a message of renewal, not doom. 12. Decoding the numbers. The Maya used a base 20 counting system, and their calendar interlocked multiple cycles. The Sokan 260-day sacred calendar, the Hab 365-day solar calendar, the calendar round, a 52-year combination of both. They created a mathematical harmony between heaven and earth. Every number had symbolic meaning, reflecting natural and spiritual balance. This mathematical brilliance allowed them to calculate thousands of years into the future, connecting cosmic events to human destiny. 13. The prophecy for our time. If we interpret the Mayan prophecies symbolically, they speak to our modern crisis: environmental collapse, social unrest, and spiritual disconnection. They foresaw not an explosion, but a transformation, a point when humanity would face the consequences of imbalance and be forced to choose renewal or ruin. We stand at that crossroads today. Their message invites us to realign with the natural order, to live sustainably and honor the cosmic rhythm once again. 14. The return of the cycle. Just as the long count reset in 2012, new cycles will continue just as they have for millennia. For the Maya, the future is infinite. Each ending is the seed of a new beginning. Their prophecy endures not as fear but as hope. Hope that humanity will rediscover its harmony with the earth. Hope that wisdom will rise again, as Venus rises after darkness. 15. The eternal sky. When the ancient Maya looked up at the stars, they saw the story of creation unfolding every night. They saw gods walking among constellations, and time flowing like rivers of light. To them, The sky wasn't a mystery, it was a message. Their prophecy, written in stars and stone, tells us that we are not lost. We are simply between worlds, between cycles, waiting for the dawn of a new age. And as we look to the heavens, we are reminded the same stars that guided the Maya still shine above us tonight. The cosmos hasn't changed, only our understanding of it has. Maybe, just maybe, the Mayan prophecy has already come true, not through destruction, but through awakening.